What's up, JST fam, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Shawn, and today we have a brand new production sample pack created by Joey Doherty, inspired by his work on Call of Duty Zombies. And if you guys don't know, I am an avid Call of Duty player myself, so this pack is actually super sick for me. In this video, I want to take you guys through what this pack has to offer, and I want to show you guys how I used the pack on the intro song of this video. So let's hop right in. So here we are. We are inside of the Dark Aether production sample pack, and when you guys download this, this is what you'll see. And starting from the top here, we have bonus MIDI, atmospheres, bass one shots, chord loops, impacts, risers, some Serum presets, synth loops, and synth one shots. Each folder has 25 files, so there's a plethora to choose from. And we're actually going to skip the bonus MIDI up top here and move right to the atmospheres. We'll come back to the bonus MIDI here in a second. So we're going to expand the atmospheres. And as you can tell, there's a plethora of different samples in here, all labeled with separate keys. And we're just going to play a couple off the top and let you guys hear what it sounds like. So here we go. All right, do a few more here. And one more. As you can see, they're very spacey, very ethereal sounding. It's a great way to add like that textural element to your productions as like a foundation, you know? Moving on, we have the bass one shots, and these are just one shot bass samples, as the title says. And here we go. We're going to play a couple. There's plenty of different styles in here, so you guys can just go crazy with this. All right, so moving on to the Chord Loops folder. What's cool about this is the fact that Joey Doherty gave you guys the bonus MIDI that he used to create these chord loops. So what's cool about this is if we expand the bonus MIDI up top here, we have every single MIDI file that corresponds with the chord loops down here. Massive W, because if you guys want to go in here and change something, you totally can. All right, so I'm going to play a few at random and check them out. All right, and another one. Okay, and one more. Yeah, I mean, different chord progressions, different keys, different tempos. Again, feel free to use the MIDI up top here to customize your chord progressions as you see fit. All right, so next we have a folder full of impacts. There's a lot of cool ones in here, so let's check it out. And we're just gonna play a couple. Here we go. There's a lot of cool ones that I use as well, which if you go down further, I think it's these ones. Yeah, like I said, I mean, you can get very creative with these and just stack them on top of each other and create the most crazy impacts. All right, so moving on, we have a folder full of risers, which accompanies the impacts, I think. And we're gonna play a few for you. You can check it out. And of course, we have the white noise riser or swell, one of my favorites. We are actually going to skip the Serum presets and save them for last. So moving on, we have the Synth Loops. And again, we have a plethora of different keys and tempos. So again, we're going to play a couple so you can hear what it sounds like. I actually think I used that one too in this song. All right, next one. Very cool. And last one. It makes me just want to hop in and start creating something right off the bat. Moving on to the last folder in the pack are the Synth One Shots. You can actually drop these one shots in and play them on your keyboard and create your own melodies and stuff like that as well. All right, so here we go. We're going to play a couple for you. Pretty sweet. I like them. So now, probably the part that you guys have all been waiting for are the Serum presets. And what's cool about these is the fact that Joey Doherty created these prior to Serum 2 coming out. These presets are compatible with Serum 2, so there's no worries there. And if you guys don't know how to, I'm going to show you guys how to import these presets into Serum. So once we have Serum open, what we're going to do is go up here to the menu, click on that and go down to where it says open Serum 2 presets folder. And once inside, we will go down here to where it says presets, expand that folder, and here you are. What we're going to do is click and drag our Dark Aether presets subfolder from the Dark Aether pack into the presets folder here. Once you've done that, you should be able to go up to the menu here and see your Dark Aether presets in the Serum menu. If they're not showing up, you can just close out of your DAW and reopen it and it should populate into the Serum menu. All right, now that we got you guys all set up and ready to go, I want to show you guys how I use the pack in the song at the beginning of this video. And everything that is labeled purple here, except this last sample at the bottom, this one's from Splice. Everything from here down is the Dark Aether pack. So I'm going to hit play and show you guys just the production. I have everything else muted. So here we go. All right, so I'm going to quickly go through how I use these guys, and we're going to start at the top here. So these first two are MIDI tracks, and I grabbed these two MIDI tracks from the bonus MIDI folder, and I used two Serum presets that are included, labeled BS Aggressive Reese and LD Dirty Lead. And I'm going to play these by themselves, that way you guys can see how they sound. So I actually added Tremolator onto this one, but I'm going to take it off and show you guys this one. Okay, so that's what that sounds like without. I'm going to enable Tremolator now, and this is how it sounds. Okay, moving on to the Dirty Lead. So this has Tremolator and Decapitator on it. I'm going to disable those and play it how it sounds right out of the box. Okay, I'm going to enable Decapitator and Tremolator, and this is how it sounds in the actual song. All right, so moving on to the next two. We have two impacts, Impact 18 and Impact 2, and I stacked these two on top of each other. And I'm going to play them individually, and then I'll play them together. So here we go. Here's the first one, Impact 18. All right, and then we have Impact 2. I'm going to play it by itself. And now both of them together. super aggressive sounding, and I like that. Moving on down the line, we have some risers, and I actually used 3 of them here. Riser 22, Riser 25, and Riser 4. And these are by themselves. This is Riser 22 by itself. Okay, Riser 25 by itself. All right, and now we have Riser 4, which is over here. Just a quick one, just a quick like cymbal swell, it sounds like. All right, and then I'm gonna show you guys what these two sound like together. Now moving on down to the atmospheres. We have 4 of them. Atmosphere 10, 16, 17, and 19. And again, I'm gonna play them individually so you guys can hear them. All right, so that's 10, this is 16. And now we have 17, which is over here. And the last one, which is 19. And then all 4 of them together. Moving on to the synth loops. We have 2 that we used. Synth loop 2, F minor 120 BPM. And then we have synth loop 7, E minor 140 BPM. And if you notice, we actually pitched the first one up 1 semitone and pitched the other one up 2 semitones. And on the first one over here, I have Bit Crusher and Little Altar Boy enabled. I'm going to disable that. That way you guys can hear what it sounds like right out of the box. Okay, and here's what it sounds like with Bit Crusher and Little Altar Boy. Moving down to the Synth Loop 7. There is nothing on this one, so I'm just going to play it right here. So now what I'm going to do is show you guys how it sounds with and without the Dark Aether pack. So we're actually going to mute everything first and play it without. So here we go. And this is with. All right, there you guys have it. That's the Dark Aether Production Sample Pack. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Leave a comment down below on how you guys are going to be using the pack. And I will see you guys in the next one. Later.